Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to each and everyone joining from around the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, let's not forget to start the recording. I'm going to leave that one up to you, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're excited about being here this
Recording in
afternoon.
progress.
We're in the holiday spirit. As you can see, I have my colors on. I was looking for my hat, and unfortunately, I couldn't put my hands on it. However, no, I have that hat on, and I am representing every time for the holiday season. My name is Alton Patterson. As always, I'm excited and humble about having an opportunity to be here with you. And as always, we love to kick this call off and just ask you to let us know where you're dialing from. We are completely to the max right now. So guess what? Those who are not here, they're absolutely missing out. So take notes because you want to be sharing with them. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know where you're plugging in from around the world. We see Atlanta representing. I see Hawaii, Florida, Jamaica, Nevada, Maryland, St. Martin, Florida, Arkansas, Boca Raton, that's Florida again. Let's see. They are coming in so fast. South Carolina, Bermuda, West Palm Beach, Canada, Germany, Sweden, Seattle, Buffalo, New York, New Zealand, Delaware, Alberta, North Carolina, Sacramento, New Jersey, Central Florida. Yes, 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 we are representing. Continue to let us know where you're plugging in from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. You are here for a reason. It's not about me, it is totally about you. And this afternoon, as always, I have the pleasure of introducing someone I have the utmost respect for. This gentleman, I listened to him just over 3+ years ago, and I can tell you it was 4 a.m. in the morning the first time I heard him speak, and ever since I keep hearing him in my sleep. I can tell you it's one of the best decisions I have made the day I decided to take a look at this company and decided to partner up. So without further ado, I want to welcome to the line this gentleman. You all know him. He has a heart as big as the Atlantic Ocean. He is so well versed in his knowledge. He is putting the community first and giving us an opportunity to change our legacy. He is the CEO of Cashflow NFT and the CEO of Bellator Life, along with one of the major shareholders for Miracle Technologies. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please give a wild applause. Stand to your feet as we bring to the call none other than our CEO himself, Sir Michael Feard. Michael,
Thank
the call is
you.
over.
Thank you. And that is exactly why I pay you that big check. Build me up. All right, all right. Hey, everyone. It's very good to be here. December 20th, 2025. Few days before Christmas, for those of you who celebrate that. In the middle of holiday season for a lot of people in the world. And here we are, the Bellator Life family. Also, what was and how we came into this was the CWS community. And we've locked arms with a phenomenon, I would say. This small little company I found in in North Cyprus about 4 years ago. That was a brainchild of Hakan Torhan, and met him at his office and heard that there was some sort of franchise opportunity for crypto stores, and came back to the office and basically saw Hakan pitch this future, stores all over the world, really banking on the blockchain, credit, getting crypto on your credit, um, transactional company, like, fintech bank of the future. And here I am, probably on the same level of really kind of lunatic because the odds of actually achieving a company like this from even from Silicon Valley or Dubai or New York or Hong Kong or whatever, but to do it out of an island in the Mediterranean, or to even think that that was even a possibility or a reality or a remote chance of actually succeeding with something like that, you have to be a lunatic in the good sense. And Doug had recently said to, and that's Douglas Anderson of Wall Street Capital, he's like, you know why I'm all in on this? Because you're crazy. You're crazy to think that you could do this. And here we are. We just had this amazing event in New York, and that has basically spread across the world. We had a gala with just the most prestigious high-level entrepreneurs, CEOs, politicians, the who's who of New York, and some heavyweights in the blockchain industry. People were outside of the Harvard Club in tuxedos and gowns and could literally not get in and were fuming. Um, but it was the hottest thing that has happened in New York in a while, and we were the host, and we were the topic of the night, and we're now becoming the topic throughout the world, and it's really an amazing place to be. I don't know the size of this digital billboard in Times Square, but it's a massive digital billboard in Times Square with Metatera, Douglas Anderson, Hakan Torhan, bigger than life, in the middle of New York, Times Square, getting ready to enter the big leagues through the NASDAQ OTC exchange, which we are told will not go later than the month of January. And here we are before the holidays. And, I'm hoping that everyone who's on the call today, which we've maxed out, and I'm sorry, we actually tried to get a bigger account, but there was some miscommunication. So if people are calling you and saying that they can't get on, unfortunately, I think that's going to be the situation. Someone who really wants to get on can just keep trying. I'm sure there'll be someone who drops the call and loses their spot, but that just means that we are growing and we are becoming something really phenomenal. So today we have something very special for you. Hakan, Doug, me, and Keith, which is one of the founders of A Miracle Cash and More, which is now becoming Metatera. We had a sort of a little bit of a powwow at Hakan's house, and we recorded it. And what I've learned in the last 48 hours in meetings with Doug and Hakan is making my head spin. It is so incredible what's happening. We seem to be sort of sitting in the middle of really the world's wealth changing form, in a sense. And we've built the perfect platform to facilitate these things. So there'll be a discussion on that. And then after the video, I'll come back. I have a little surprise for everyone. I don't know if we will go a full hour today, but we may. And thank you all for being here. And again, we'll talk after I play the video. So hold on one second. Micah Theod here at Hakan Torhan's house. We've gathered here. Douglas Anderson flew in to share with us some of the developments that are happening in the world of Metatera. We got Keith Heaviside, who was at the gala with us.
Yep.
Sharing a little bit about what happened at the gala.
Fantastic.
And I'm curious because Hakan and Doug, you guys speak maybe 20 times a day. There's so much going on. And ever since you joined us about 3.5, 4 months ago now, the company has absolutely been just on a trajectory, right? So we want to know and understand more about this, what's really happening, being able to dive in a little bit into the developments and understand what's happening with the company. So welcome to Cyprus, Douglas, and thank you for participating in this as well. And thank you for, nice to be here at your house, Hakan. So where do we start?
I mean, we can start. I'll go into a bit of Miracle Pay and Miracle Chain. I mean, Douglas can go into Metatera, but where we are with Miracle Pay, we've been talking about starting it in November, in December, and it's been CRM systems, integrations, and we've completed everything. Mm-hmm. All those integrations, Ingenicos, PAXes, Shopify's, CRM systems, all of that. We can freely say it now.
Can we back up a little bit?
He let the cat out.
Okay, because this obviously is a big deal. We have been talking about that we had one of the biggest online merchant websites in the world, and we've contracted with them. And we haven't fully gone public with that information, so I think maybe now is a great time to do that.
Yeah, so we've completed Ingenico PAX. You can actually go on miraclepay.com, miraclepayglobal.com now, and you can actually see the company's logos and agreements.
So miraclepayglobal.com
or miraclepay.com.
Or miraclepay.com. And
PAX,
on there we have
PAX,
Ingenico, which is the first one, obviously. Officially PAX.
Officially PAX, they're both officially there. We're officially on Ingenico's
so
site
that's
anyway.
Contract and integration with both of those,
Yes.
those platforms.
Yes.
Then we have we announced the third one yet? Or should we do that today?
Okay, so we've finished and completed, as I said, one of the world's biggest e-commerce sites, which is Shopify. Okay. That, we're preparing for a separate announcement for that.
Okay.
And then we will have their logo on our side as well.
So with now Shopify, everyone. So this is, let's not make light of this. This is massive. Shopify does.
You know what?
Massive
is, Micah. Massive is what we've put together. Mm-hmm. Okay, and what I've been seeing for the last 4 months, especially with you, Keith, and then Doug joining us, and Doug. What Wall Street Capital has brought to the table as well, he made a very big statement at the night, and I'll come back to this. Mm-hmm. I'll come back to this. He made a statement, and I listened to it a couple of times. He said, "I'm always involved with customers. I very rarely join that company." Mm. Okay, and the reason, and I'm sort of talking on maybe Doug's behalf, but there's got to be a reason for Wall Street wanting to put their involvement as a shareholder as well. Mm. It's because what we've been building for all this time, right? So what we've been building all this time, and which is coming up with Shopify, we're also going to be announcing 2 more POS companies.
Okay.
And because we've got the contracts, I'll say the name, but again, they will be separate announcements.
Okay.
One of them is NCR.
Okay.
And he's a very, very old NCR guy there. He's still young.
I was going to say.
Sorry. When I say he's spent a long time of his years with NCR.
These two friends for a very long time, and Keith is also one of the founders of Miracle Cash and More. So.
Yes. So, and the other one is Verifone, which is as big as Ingenico.
Right. And that makes up the 4, and we've been
That
talking
is
about
100 million potential
100 million
merchants,
merchants
100
on the
million plus.
platform. And then on the Shopify site, there's 5 million independent merchants on Shopify as well. So
Yeah, so we're definitely starting at the beginning of January with Miracle Pay.
okay.
I mean, when you go on the website, you'll see that we're getting prepared to onboard anyway.
Yeah.
As I said, miraclepayglobal.com or miraclepay.com. Go there. You'll realize the change is getting ready to onboard, all of that.
Awesome.
On the chain, a lot is going on chain as well. And you know, when we were building the chain, and I was talking to Keith today, and you know, we've got something really big that this gentleman here is bringing some really, really muscle guys over the weekend. I mean, Norris is coming, Russell's coming. You'll talk about it in a moment, but we're going to be putting something on the table really big, really, really big.
So there's something happening that
Something's happening that we cannot declare today,
Okay.
but it's something to do about our launchpad.
Okay.
It's something to do about one of the world's biggest companies,
Okay.
and it's something to do about that company's assets.
So this is
Turning-
a RWA.
It's a massive RWA, and it's not only what we've learned over the years, you know, by tokenization. It's having the tools now that enables us to do all this, you know. And with the chain, I'd like to go through some dates with people out there. So, as you know, our chain is live. Migration, our Phoenix migration happens this weekend, and we've announced this.
Chain live means chain live, DEX live, wallet live.
Chain live, wallet live. Migration this weekend.
So Phoenix goes on to the Miracle chain this weekend.
DEX with full aggregator, everything. 25 Christmas Day.
So our decentralized exchange, Miracle DEX, on the 25th of December is the target.
And on the 1st of January, our NFT secondary market goes live.
Okay. That's nodes that are on the NFTs. At that point, we'll have a secondary market so people can actually trade our nodes on the open market.
And also on Christmas Day, our launchpad goes live.
Okay.
Okay. Then we've got some really cool products coming. So one of them, and you know, we'll have some videos about it. It's called Phoenix Arena. This is actually a lottery.
Oh, wow.
It's a lottery of Phoenix.
I'm finding out things too. So
So this goes live on the 15th of January.
okay.
So all those people with Phoenix out there, they'll come, they'll place, we'll create a pool, and every day that lottery will happen, and they'll be
Kind of
rewarded.
like a digital Powerball of sorts.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
So on February we go live with some sports games,
Okay.
and there again you're earning Mirix or Phoenix.
So it's an online gaming that involves some sort of luck and
It's online
and
games
revenue.
on Web 2,
Okay.
but payment is on Web 3. So it's
Okay.
connected to Phoenix and Mirix.
So that's on Miracle Chain, and then we're using Phoenix as a payment
And Mirix.
Token.
And or Mirix.
or Mirix. Okay.
On the
so there's
games.
utility on both those.
So, beginning of March, it could be February, but beginning of March, also our collateralized lending borrowing goes live.
Okay. So a collateralized lending borrowing is you lock up crypto, and then on that value you can borrow against it. So you can create a loan for yourself. If you don't want to sell your Bitcoin, for instance, you want to keep it forever, then that's one way you can access some liquidity.
That is what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And also at March, a trading protocol will be going live, which is basically for other people to come. We'll see many meme coins coming up
Okay.
on our chain.
Okay.
And obviously we're looking into other products, but that's where we are with our chain.
And are
So-
we bringing Leveler into the DEX?
Yes, we are.
When it launches, or?
Leveler will come in when the lending borrowing is going live.
Got it. Okay.
So that's where we are with Miracle Pay. That's where we are with the chain. A lot going on with RWA.
Yeah. Well, that's airport, of course.
That's airport, and that's really with what we've got, Micah, now. And I was saying the same to Douglas. This is enough. You know, we cannot chew it more than this. You know, we've got Miracle Pay to grow. We've got a chain to grow. We've got a massive RWA project and a mega RWA project coming. And I think that's good enough, more than enough, for everybody involved in Metatera.
And the airport is massive, so you're saying what's coming is even bigger than the airport project. A token.
I'll let. I mean, without saying what it is, I'll let this gentleman talk about a bit about it.
So I mean, you know, I'm curious too, because we've been doing this for a few years now, and we've been for about 2 years looking at this merger. So I definitely want to find out about that, because I know your company's been handling it and doing all of the, you know, checking all the boxes and making sure that we get this done properly. So I think there's a lot of us in the community who are so eager to find out where we are with that, and then everything else that you have to share, but definitely want to learn about what's going on with
Sure.
Metatera and everything.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. The weather's much nicer here than in New York.
do you think I chose this place just because
Yeah.
I happen to be?
So the merger to bring us into the public listing is down to administrative details, legal and accounting. So we're going through an audit, and as quickly as we can get that done, slowed down a little bit by the holidays, but we're going to get that done very quickly, and we're going to be certainly listed on the stock exchange first quarter.
And with all that news that we have lined up, we can see, I mean, you're saying we can see some big numbers.
Well, I mean, let's just put it this way. You
Because I know,
mentioned-
before you say that, I know when you shared, when we were here at the university, you talked about something that you did that was in the blockchain space
Right.
that just shot up like a rocket.
Right, and
So-
this is so far beyond that, so far beyond that. I mean, you mentioned that it's rare for me to, join a company, especially
This
in a
was your
chairman-
words.
in a chairman's role. In 28 years on Wall Street, it's extremely rare. I mean, that I do that. Maybe I've done it 2-3 times, including this one. But what's more rare, and in fact unprecedented, is the fact that Hakan Torhan is in Cyprus, okay? And it's he has critical offices in Cyprus. And so what we have on the horizon now, I'm opening a Wall Street Capital Partners office in Cyprus. And I'm staffing it with monster people because of where this is going. I'm opening a Wall Street Capital Partners office in Dubai because Metatera has a critical office in Dubai. And so we're going to have an office there to support what is happening.
Right.
And
Wow.
you mentioned RWA. We're going to set a world record in in our first endeavor in that task, and then we're going to beat our own record.
Wow.
And so this time next year, that's how fast. This time next year, Wall Street Capital Partners, that firm is going to be a completely different animal that is in the same league as the largest firms in the world in corporate finance, because we're on the cutting edge of the next generation of corporate finance. And the reason why is because I recognized and spotted the tools that Metatera developed and is ready to, they're ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
And so I think the entire company is way undervalued. And I think that, this stock is going to perform extremely well.
And that's coming from 20 plus years.
Yeah, and that's coming from, I've already, I saw it once before when I had nothing. I mean, the blockchain related company that I had before was nothing. It had nothing, but just because I structured it and brought it out and it had credible people, it took off.
Yeah.
And I was very concerned that, the SEC might come in and say, what are you, how are you doing this, But in this case, we have very serious software and chain that is, assets around the world are screaming for.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to deliver that. And it just so happens that we have the relationships,
Right.
decades of relationships and credibility and luckily closeness with those.
And we talked about timing a lot too,
Yeah.
where it's just everything's just perfect timing
It is.
in tokenizing real world assets and
Normally
The world wasn't ready for it. Regulations weren't ready for it before.
But is your experience now in the sense that they're knocking on a door because the demand is so big?
you don't open offices just like, that. You do it because, once in a lifetime opportunity, and this thing is, you're just right place, right time. Normally any normal person would be nervous about doing something like that. I am without any concern at all. No, we're going 100% full force. And
So I was telling Hakan, I think Doug is having the time of his life right now.
it is. It's exciting. It's fun. The only downside is I don't sleep. Now, I cannot sleep.
He's another person that doesn't sleep. So.
I'm just so pumped about this that.
And Keith has
I
been
don't-
with us
well,
for a long time.
Listen, I have to say that what Doug said, and Doug, thank you for that gala evening, to bring all those people together, such high quality. Somebody said, there's billionaires, there's millionaires, all wanting to invest. What are they going to invest in? Well, Metatera was at the heart of that gala evening. It was a phenomenal evening.
Yeah, for you, you've been coming here for the last 4 years while I've been here. And
Yeah,
it's like always a
absolutely.
little bit of development,
Yeah.
Then I see you 2 months later, and what is it for you now? Like, what have you?
Oh, it's just on a. Somebody said the train's leaving the station. You better get on it, and that's the ride. It's going. It really is.
You've had people coming up to you. You were telling me today, wanting to invest from Wall Street.
There was one point in that gala where somebody said, if you're part of Metatera, can you just put your hand up because people want to talk to you? So yeah, put my hand up, and people were coming over. What's it all about? Can we have more? And genuine interest.
Yeah.
No,
and we didn't plan this, but you were sharing with me that there was literally billionaires outside of the gala and could not.
I turned
get
that
The names,
away.
talk about the people, some people that were there.
No, what was
we
great.
had Brock Pierce there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I
you
mean,
fill us in a little bit about who they,
First of all, you had the absolute top guys from Wall Street were there. Almost all the major financiers were represented there. And then you had, but you had other people there that a lot of your guys didn't know, but I recognized. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? Hey, good to see you. You know, the president of Rock Nation, you know, Jay-Z's company. Now, do you think that's exposure? Do you think that's, a guy that's going to, if, they get in or behind something in any way, that's
Yeah. Wow.
millions and millions and millions of,
Steve Norris had said it was the best sort of public
Yeah.
listing party he'd ever attended.
No, I heard that over and over again from so many people.
And I heard some whispers that we might do to.
We're gonna be the biggest show on Tech Week in New York.
Oh.
Watch. We're gonna have the most sought after function in New York in Tech Week. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in New York.
Awesome.
And I think we're gonna follow one up in London.
Wow, there's so many announcements today. I wasn't even
This is what I'm
expecting
saying.
that.
I mean, can you imagine if we were publicly listed and did that gala? I mean, the bump would have been, crazy.
Wow.
And so we will be public by the time we do the
So,
next.
so that's another reason, Micah. A lot of the stuff that we can't announce today
Yeah.
is not that we can't, it's because we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because all these announcements are new bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've said many times, if we hold that in the bag, because once we list, then these news releases or interviews or whatever will be meaningful. They'll support and lift the stock.
And you were mentioning last time, and it's been a while now, but you said the appetite for, crypto-related projects on Wall Street is growing. Is it continuously growing?
Yeah, it's the number one. That and AI
Right.
are the hottest sectors, and we're
We're right in the middle of it.
And
Yeah.
I think we have Stephen Moore coming in January. Was that
yeah.
confirmed?
Steve's coming
he's
with his
coming.
wife here in January,
Oh, wow.
and
We're bringing the world to Cyprus.
Yes.
All right. I think,
I mean, we're sort of done.
yeah. So, I mean, for everyone to look forward, it looks like first quarter. I know you're giving
yeah,
us
and
a
this is
little bit
why
of a cushion.
I think I've been pushing that I think we should shut down the node sales because I think they're undervalued. I think we should consider not leaving so much money on the table.
Okay.
I mean, and this is going to be a pattern for us is valuation. Increase the value, keep it
Just
going.
so my community don't freak out, I think what you're saying is that.
But you're not saying today, right? You're not.
You guys need to give me some kind of.
I mean, we
So
did
it's
speak about-
probably we'll discuss this because it's probably that you want to restructure the nodes. So what are you thinking would be the timeline from your side of that? When you look at value
Let's
and
start fresh January 1st.
okay.
And
We'll discuss this off camera, but okay. All right. Somewhere around first week, second week, or whatever. Okay. All right. So that's
it.
That's what we had to share today. Thank you, Douglas, for that
Thanks.
insightful
Thank you, guys.
share. And
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing about the gala. And again, everybody, this is leading into the holidays. I thought maybe we have something that's coming tomorrow or on Saturday morning, USA time, a Christmas special. So look out for that as well. But thank you, everyone. And
thank you.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure to be involved with this company and team. And if you're an investor, you're a lucky one.
Fantastic team.
fantastic. All right. Thanks.
Cheers.
Bellator Life. To your legacy.
All right. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Why am I not featured? 1 second. All right, someone else. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone. Okay. So, oh my God. I think there's a pinching myself, and there's a certain element of that I have to say to everyone. Because I look back, this month is 5 years since we had a call where I was doing the Zoom call out of my childhood bedroom in Sweden 5 years ago. And I set some mission statements for the community, and all of it has come to pass. And I said, the last one that I said was that we're really aiming to make the community wealthy in the next 3 to 5 years. And, this month is 5 years. And maybe we can't say that liquidity is accessible for those of you who are in the community who have invested or become part of this. But with what I just heard, which is the project is coming behind the airport. The airport is a $2.5 billion project. The mayor of Bucharest was at the gala. That is moving forward. We have several investors who have allocated. I think we're at 600-700 million. That's promised to that. There's going to be institutional investing to about $2 billion worth of that. So that is obviously, it's an airport, it's a city. And really what you're doing is you're sort of digitizing the ownership of that airport. And then Metatera becomes an owner of the business of the airport. I think about 17% of that project will be owned by Metatera, which is owned by the community. Behind that is a project that I was just told about that we can't share yet, which dwarfs the airport project. It dwarfs it. And it puts us in the middle of the world's wealth, basically. And this is what we've been talking about. There's a shift that's happening. I mean, even BlackRock came out a couple of years ago and said that the world will be tokenized. All the assets of the world will be tokenized. And for those of you who are, this sounds like it's Chinese, because it is, because it's new technology, it's new concepts. Basically, what's happening is you're making every asset in the world a more liquid. And when it's more liquid, it means that you can move that value instantly from person to person, from country to country, from continent to continent, and the contracts live in a digital world. So you're removing like all the paperwork and all the lawyers and all the stuff that needs to happen to transfer assets over, and you're putting them in a digital form where all of that is already baked into the actual tokens. And that's why, they want to do that. So they want to access the liquidity from these assets, So if I have a Mona Lisa, if I have a Picasso hanging on my wall, that's worth $3 million. Well, it's $3 million hanging on my wall, and I can't go buy groceries with that painting. I can't take it off my wall and go into the store and, hey, take a piece of these because I need milk and bread. But if I tokenize that Mona Lisa and the Mona Lisa was insured and still hung on my wall, then essentially the value of that painting could be, the painting itself could secure the tokens. And I can actually now use the value of what's hanging on my wall in the marketplace. So that changes the game. The other thing that's happening is that, there's billions of people across the world. And I'll kind of give you sort of a written insight that I created today just to kind of share a little bit about what I'm seeing so everyone can relate. So we're going to look back, and then we're going to talk about what comes next. So if we were to just go back 100 years, so that takes us back to 1925. And in 1925, most homes didn't have refrigerators. Ice was delivered by hand. We actually did something in Miami that really showed, it was the ice delivery man. My sister Jennifer did an amazing job on stage with Mark Cassetta, but that's 1925. They didn't obviously have any computers. There was no internet. There's no phones, no mobile phones, and no email, of course. And if you wanted to communicate across the country, you wrote a letter. You waited days or even weeks. Long distance phone calls were extremely rare and immensely expensive. As far as transportation, it looked very different. Cars existed back then, but that was like a luxury. So roads were just dirt and rough. And most people, traveled by horse and carriage. That's 100 years ago. People were on horse and carriage. Trains, to travel to Europe, you went across the Atlantic, and it took several days on a ship and not hours. Healthcare, there were no antibiotics, no MRIs, no modern surgery. Simple infection could be fatal. Life expectancy was around 56 years. As far as money goes, $1 you could buy a whole meal with. Bread cost 9 cents. A gallon of milk was 35 cents. The average annual income was between $1,200 and $1,500. A house cost $6,000. A new car cost around $500. So when you're talking about money here, that's how much the dollar has lost its value. When you hear those prices, it's not like that the loaf of bread has increased in price. It's not that the house increased in price. It's the buying power of the dollar itself that lost that much value. And that's one of the reasons why this is happening with decentralized finance and digital currency like Bitcoin, because it's a finite number of coins. Most people worked long hours in physically demanding jobs with little security. There was no leverage. If you didn't show up, you didn't earn. And to people living then, that was normal. They believed they were modern, advanced, and at the cutting edge. So the key point is that every generation believes they are near the peak of progress until the next wave arrives. In 1925, no one could imagine the internet, smartphones, and digital assets. I mean, come on. Or even a global business that's built from a laptop from your bedroom or living room. And to connect communities across the world was not even a thought, not even a concept of what could even be possible. And 100 years from now, people will look back at today the same exact way. So imagine that there's things 100 years from now that we can't even consider as a concept. It's not even in our reality of imagination of what can happen. So in 1925, people couldn't imagine what their grandchildren would take for granted. Electricity in every home, global travel in hours, instant communication, and digital money. Every major shift in history starts quietly, and then suddenly it's everywhere. Today, we are standing at a similar inflection point. Just like electricity, the internet, credit cards before, digital assets and decentralized systems are moving from experimental to essential. So what are we actually building? We are tokenizing real-world infrastructure, not ideas or theories, but assets people use every day. We're bringing blockchain into environments that already have traffic, commerce, and global relevance. We're providing technology that allows everyday merchants to accept crypto seamlessly. So digital assets aren't just something we speculate on. They're something you use. We're building a Web3-based credit and reputation system designed for a world where billions of people are unbanked, invisible to traditional finance, or locked out of opportunity, not because they lack value, but because the system was never built for them. And beyond individual assets, we're working on a nation-scale tokenization initiatives, the kind that reshape how countries think about infrastructure, resources, and economic participation. We have the team in place. We have the people who can bring us the wealth of the world, and they already have. This is how mass adoption actually happens. Not through hype, not through memes, but through utility access and integration into daily life. In 1925, the most powerful companies were built around steel, railroads, energy, and manufacturing. In 2025, the foundational layer is digital ownership, programmable finance, and decentralized economies. And just like 100 years ago, most people won't recognize what's happening until it has already reshaped the world. The opportunity isn't just to watch history unfold, it's to participate early in building it. And that is exactly what we are doing with Bellator Life, Metatera, Miracle Pay, Miracle Cash and More, Phoenix, Miracle Chain. We're not chasing the future. We are constructing the rails it will run on. So we are living in exciting times, but we're living in exciting times in an exciting company and an exciting opportunity. And this is not something that has happened from our will. I think this has happened really in a higher dimension. And I've said this for a long time as we've been building this, and there's many people on the call today who have been with us when things haven't looked so good, but they've had faith. We've had faith. And with that faith and work and persistence, determination, grit, and all of that, we've arrived in a very, very, very blessed place. And as we go into the Christmas holidays and holidays of other religions, just know that, from the team here, we are absolutely grateful and we love the community and we want to grow the community much bigger. And 2026, I believe, will be absolutely amazing. So we're not going to fully wrap up with that, but I wanted to see maybe bring the team on a little bit. Maybe you guys want to say a couple of things, because I believe this will be the call that ends 2025 for us. We'll give everyone a break as far as the call goes next week, but we as a team, we will be working through the holidays. We're not going to stop. This is, for us, still a 7-day a week, 15, 16, 17, and 20-hour days, because soon the fruits of all that labor will be there. And what we've really worked so hard to achieve is not just a success for us, but it is to fulfill that mission that I had 5 years ago when I said the community as a whole will become wealthy. For those who stick with us, who stick through it, they will benefit from this journey, and it looks extremely close, and it looks like that picture of success is much bigger than I ever could have imagined. All right, Ray, Jürgen, I know you guys had some things you wanted to add.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, what a video. Uh it seems it's just everything's coming together now. Just the last 5 years, like you said, Micah, that we've been fighting and bringing the specific people that we need together in this kind of final piece of the puzzle. And man, I'll tell you what, as far as Bellator goes, man, get no hype, not even promoting. Hey, if you don't see why you need to get to the next momentum, okay. Like if you don't see, you talk about right now. I don't care if you're building a team or not even building a team, just being close to the fire of what's going on, and as the onion kind of starts peeling back from each other in the next few months. I don't know honestly how it's going to play out, but I know it's going to play out pretty exciting, whatever it is, however it's going to play out. And the ones that are not close to it, and I mean, telling you they're going to be missing out. There'll be a point where we'll announce something that's only going to last maybe a day or two. But get to the next momentums. I'll tell you what, January 31st, Atlanta, hot Atlanta.
Well, let's not skip Dubai. So let's just
Oh,
have
yes,
that
that's right.
as the first one. So I know
Dubai.
we are now actually passing 40 from outside. So when you add company to that, we're probably at 55, 60. So it's going to be an absolute party in Dubai. So if
Yes.
you're a wild person and you just want to do something like just, spontaneous, unreasonable, get your butt to Dubai. Then we have, like you're saying, Ray, we have
Yeah.
the
And Dubai,
American
we're
Chef.
still running that promo this month, right? As far as sales wise,
Yeah.
you get one
So we may
reminder.
be 100 people in Dubai. I mean, if you did 20,000 in personal sales, when you
Yeah.
get to Dubai, you get 2 grand to pay for your trip. So
Yes.
maybe go out there and sell 4, birthday boxes, or
Yeah.
maybe something will come up today that you can sell between Christmas and New Year. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Maybe.
here's a funny story about Dubai. So I remember Micah in December, beginning of December, November, he told me, look for a boat. So it's a small sneak preview. We're going on a boat together in Dubai. And guess
yeah.
what? Now I need to look
And
every
in
couple of
English,
days
it's
on a
yacht.
bigger. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm looking every second, third day for a
We're
bigger
upgrading the
one.
yacht.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
And it's
yacht's
good.
getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. And the party is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll reach out to my friend Salem. He's a prince in
Oh, love Salim.
Dubai. Maybe maybe he has a ship for us.
But yeah, so
Yeah, so
the
make sure
date.
you make sure that you make sure. Look, here's the
Yeah.
thing. I spoke with Aaron for a while. Aaron's head of IT in our company, and he said, what's unique about us and what's really the strength of us is that we have not just the tech, but we have a community that comes with our company and our tech. And it's the strength of our community is where it's at. And I said, I had no idea when we started this, because we really started this as a giving. We wanted to give information. We wanted to teach. We wanted to build people's knowledge base in blockchain. And it became a community as a result, but we had no idea what that meant until, we started to see what it meant. And it's the strength and the power that really reflects everything that's happened. community is great, and I guess you could call it a community when you're on a Zoom call. But where it really becomes real is when you're face to face with each other. It's not just that you're coming to see Ray and Jurgen and Mark and me or whatever. You're coming to see everyone else. It's
Yeah.
it's it's a community. There's so much value in human connection. There's so much value in expanding your network of who you know, not just feeling good about life, meeting new people, being stimulated. I feel that, the older people get, you go to your job, you go home, and you have your little kind of circle, and that circle has a tendency to shrink, not grow. But here's an opportunity for you to grow your circle, which grows you. It grows you as a human being. So get to the event, grow your network, become alive, Journey, you go to Journey, you will consider Journey to be one of the best 3 days of your life. That is hands down going to happen because you're interacting with people. You get turned inside out a little bit. You get to kind of like let things go, and you become present to things that you don't need to have in your life anymore. Thought patterns that you just need to get rid of. You
Michael,
grow.
let me piggyback on that real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, go ahead.
When you go through that, because I know we went through Journey a couple times together back in the day, and I know Jurgen, you went through it. When you get rid of those blocks, what kind of doors open?
Yeah.
I mean, the
It's not
floodgates.
just about, this is not just about sales and Bellator and sell a
No.
pack. No, this is
No.
about you, your life. A lot of you,
Your relationship.
honestly, you find this is this is what it looks like. A lot of you's life is going to completely transform financially. Many of you not ready for that. Many of you are not ready for that. I'm telling you, like, what is it?
Subconsciously,
Like
they're not
9
ready.
out of 10 lottery winners like end up in a worse place than they were before they won. Why does that happen? It's that frame of reference. It is tricky. So I'm saying this is why we're doing these kind of programs, is to grow you as a person, to have you be ready mentally, psychologically for what that means. How do you fit into that picture? It's a really tricky journey that some people have a really hard time with. So that's just one of the factors that I can point to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this all
Yeah.
kind of the next few months between Dubai and Momentum to kind of get everyone we can under the same roof at Journey and to bust out of the box together. There's nothing like it. The synergy, there's nothing like it. That's where
Yeah.
literally organizations become family.
Yeah.
Is
And you
is
just end up having realizations. I want to play for everyone, if you guys don't mind, kind of a share that Yossi did when he came out of the gala, because he wasn't expecting to be moved that way. And that's
Yeah.
what happens. You can hear about these things on Zoom, but when you actually have an experience, it hits you in a different way. Let me see if I can pull that up.
While he pulls it up, let's just go to the dates real quick. January 31st. First, you have Dubai, then January 31st, Atlanta. The next day, the first time we're going to do it.
1st of February.
I know we're hopping on a plane that night, going to New York for the New York team on Sunday, February 1st. We will be in New York. And then the next Saturday, February 7th, we will be in Los Angeles, California.
Yes. And
So
before we
get your
start
tickets.
before we start here, just a small announcement. We also thought, so Ray and I had a discussion this week, and we thought about, hey, what can we do? Like a little bit of Christmas present, a New Year's present. So I'm sharing a QR code from Bellator events Instagram. We will have great announcements there. We will have great prices there, Christmas prices, Christmas offers. So join our Instagram profile, Bellator Events. I will share it with you. Go there every day when we post something and figure out if you can do the event for a cheaper price. And that's the last thing for me for Christmas. Be aware of New York was sold out in
Oh,
24
you
hours.
can't forget Australia because they're saying
Yeah,
they're feeling like
yeah, right.
we're-
Australia in March. And of course, Australia. We were sold out with New York. We are completely maxed out today on the Zoom. I
yeah.
don't want to get a call from you. Oh, I didn't got a ticket for New York or for Atlanta. Book now.
Yeah,
This
book
is
now.
this is reality. We're completely maxed out on the Zoom call, and we didn't expect this. So
Yeah.
back to you, Micah.
Yeah, and also Christine, my sister's on the call. If
Yeah.
you would you mind just dropping also the Bellator Instagram link to start following us on Instagram because we're gonna put a lot of cool, fun content,
Yeah.
helpful content in there. And let me run this video for everyone. One second.
Hi, I would like to just share a little bit about what happened this Thursday night at the gala for Bellator. I'm an investor in Bellator now for over 3 years and really believed in what I was doing and what I was promoting, and really, as an investor myself, heavily invested in the company. I flew down to Cyprus twice. I met everybody from Hakan to Micah to Ray, spent time with them, really understanding what we had. But this Thursday night changed everything for me personally. Going down to the gala and really seeing something that I did not expect to see. A room full of people, hundreds of people that were invited by Douglas Anderson, the CEO of Wall Street Capital. And you know, when Douglas Anderson went up to the stage and he started talking about his partnership and realizing that every single person in this room was either a millionaire, a billionaire, or somebody with prestige, somebody. So, you know, it was crazy. I mean, it didn't register with me, you know, meeting, of course, Ibru Toran was there, and Aziel was there, Steve Moore was there. We met the owner of the Marriott Hotel. We had the honor of meeting the ambassador of Mexico. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And realizing that they were hearing about Metatera and about Hakan for the first time. They never heard about this before. And realizing that that's why this is such an amazing, amazing opportunity, and how lucky we were to get involved in the very beginning. Now, I'm leaving this message because I was 100% in before, but after seeing this and realizing that all these investors have not gotten the chance yet to invest in our amazing company, this is time sensitive. When it hits, it's gonna explode. So anybody that I love, my family, my friends, the people that I really care about, this is a legacy company that I want them, and I'm gonna really explain to them why it's time sensitive, and that for them to invest for themselves, for their family, because this is the time. We have a small window of time to be able to really take advantage of this. And this is for my whole team. Reach out to everybody you know, everybody that you care about, and let them give them a chance to be in something special like this. Because this is really, really special. I mean, to meet Doug Anderson, to take a picture with him, to take a picture with everybody and talk to them and realize that we are in the right place at the right time. I love you all. Please, please share this. The time frame is so short. The window is going to close. Let's get as many people in this amazing opportunity right now. Thank you. Have a good night.
So here's my sort of evaluation on how this goes. There's a book called The Tipping Point, and it's sort of like on your way to a certain critical mass situation. And the gala is advertised all over the world. The brand Metatera and all of these dots are being connected. There'll be a certain point where something happens where they understand that our digital assets are going to explode. They're gonna increase in value. There's enough agreement around our company now by really influential people. That sort of comes to a certain point, and then all of a sudden it just goes boom. There's no way of telling when that moment happens, but when it happens, I swear that the next thing that happens is I shouldas. There's going to be so many I shouldas about our tokens. I shoulda when it was that. I shoulda when it was this. It's already happened to a certain extent, but I'm saying it will happen because you'll whoever, right, will think I could have bought it at that price. What was I doing? Why was I holding on to this stupid thing? Or why didn't I just take it from here? That will happen. The writing's on the wall. When you have those types of people at your event, just to have one of them at your event would be like you'd announce it to the world. So and so showed up. Brock Pierce was at our gala, Fernando Vildesola was at our gala. Like Stephen Moore, Trump's first pick for the Fed, when the economic advisor to the American president was at our gala. Like there's just a long list to talk about that. When that happens, what happens soon after that is boom, things just go absolutely, absolutely crazy. So let me play one more video for everyone that I have here. One second. I still have a little bit of an illness, badly. I love our AI video producers. Fantastic. Creative, just amazing. Here we go. Oh. Sorry. Bellator is here, the biggest digital gift of the year. Bellator is here, the biggest digital gift of the year. Half Italy, Guardian, Miracle CPU, 4,000 Murex plus 402. Drop a 6 grid, keep the dream alive. 2,500, come catch the vibe. Bellator is here, the biggest digital gift of the year. Bellator is here, the biggest digital gift of the year.
Bellator Life. To your legacy.
All right. Well, I hope everybody can appreciate that. So we have the $5,000 pack. Then now it becomes the Christmas pack with a little bit more Mirix in there. And then we've actually created a half of that. So for those who can't reach that 5,000, you can do the 2,500. And what it is in that is a little bit more Mirix, but the Feeney code node has been taken out of that. So that's what gives the 2 Christmas specials that we have. And like you heard, and Doug pushed me really hard after that video and said, you got to stop. You have to stop. And I don't know what I can push and what I get out of that conversation, because they want to pull back on the Miracle Pay node the way it is now. So it changes dramatically going into January. There's something good coming. We always have good things coming, so don't worry about that. You will have stuff. If you're on the promotional side of things in Bellator, you will definitely have something that I believe will be really, really powerful. But just know that where we've been as founders of Bellator, we have been given the gift of being able to leverage, money in a very, very powerful way with these assets. And I believe, these nodes have a future value that is massive, massive, in the thousands and thousands. So we've been very fortunate to be here. People in the future will say you were there the first year when they were doing that, and you say yeah, and you become famous. That's what I feel and believe will happen with this. So take advantage of this Christmas special, because you'll never have these kind of deals again from Bellator. That's
Give the
definitely
present that'll
100%
pay them the
guaranteed.
rest of their life. Give that present.
Yeah, yeah.
Think.
Give a present of wealth to
Yeah.
whoever. I mean, that's a really good idea, Ray, is give a digital present this year.
Give a present of leverage.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that wraps it up. I'm feeling I'm forgetting something, but I think
Look for the
that's
registrations for all the events coming up into your groups, your social media groups, WhatsApp, Telegram. They'll be there.
yeah, yeah. And have a wonderful, wonderful end of the year and a beautiful New Year's.
Yes.
And we will be back on the screen again on the 3rd of January. And of course, we will be here in the office. We will be available. Any issues you have, go to, take it to support. We'll be there. We had some issues with our coupon system. I think that's been fixed. So those of you who are waiting for that, and if you did some wiring and stuff, that will be in the next 12 hours. You'll see that, and then you can actually get the Christmas special, which gives you a little bit more. So everybody's happy. Everything is good. All right,
Awesome.
take care, everyone. I don't know. Alt,
Merry
you want to come
Christmas.
in
Merry
and take us
Christmas.
out?
God bless.
This is the last one. Take us out like a champ. Appreciate everyone. Much love to the community. Thank you so much for supporting us
Yeah.
throughout these years. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have a song to send everybody off with. Um, what an amazing call, ladies and gentlemen. The question to ask yourself is, who will you be calling to let them know what you have just heard? The reality about it is, you heard from our executive team. They are truly excited about what is coming. As they mentioned, make sure you're getting registered for all these events that are coming up. You do not want to be on the sideline and hear about it secondhand. So, with that being said, I want to send you all off with something absolutely special. Enjoy the holiday season. And like it's always said, don't forget to be awesome. And from Ed Terranova, the best is yet to come. Have a wonderful one, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.